Welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls, where we last left off. Oh yeah. Guess what? Post commentary. We fought Manus, and yeah, summoned my friend because I'm struggling with them. But we're gonna fight him now. And since I went ahead and recorded this, it's post commentary, so that's why the audio sounds a little better. And I'm having a little bit of trouble with getting him, so I went ahead and summoned him. But oh gee, that was fast. Yeah. I said hi to him. Hello. Now let's go fight Manus. We decided to go through the level, which actually worked out because I didn't want it to be like 10 minutes. Because when we play together, we actually been doing pretty good. Like, we would go through like several of the levels pretty well. In fact, I had to kind of help him go through a little bit of the DLC to get to here. But it was late in the morning. But you know, yeah, it's been a while since I've done post commentary for really anything. But I know that was what I used to do. Mainly just because I didn't have any. Or I didn't. Asshole. How dare you hit me while I'm trying to talk? Because I try to dodge him there. But, yeah, I used to do it a lot until I figured out that, wait, I can record stuff while I'm recording the game? It's definitely easier to talk a lot when you're not actually playing the game. I think that's part of the reason why there's a lot of silence. And I was actually a little surprised that it didn't take us that long to get to the boss. But, you know, we're going to just kind of go in. I'm going to try again with this. I'm going to try and get Sif again, I'm pretty sure. But I want to make sure he was following me. So. And for some reason, it didn't let us skip the cutscene. But that's okay. Oh. Black flame in a hand. Oh. And I fell. But I look up, and there's a scary monster guy. Yeah, I bet you ought to be thinking like, this mic sounds so good, why don't you just use this one for your Let's Play? That would involve me having my PS3 hooked up to the TV over here, which I could have done. I've done that before for the Dark Souls 2, 3, and Bloodborne commentary reviews. But, yeah, he's not really that hard to dodge. I'm not really doing hardly any damage, and he got me there. Didn't do too much damage. There's still a little bit. It's definitely one of those things where now he's getting him. So I'm going to try and use this. Well, try to use this chance to summon Sif, which he's all the way over there. I can never find his fucking summon sign. Even when I'm playing the game normally, I'm just like, where's the summon sign? So there it is. And I decided to switch to my beef sword, since that did the most damage. Because I had to take off my gloves. So I'm going to try and go in there and do some damn. Ooh, jeez. Kind of have to heal. You can kind of tell here that, like I think I mentioned this in the recording, but even my beef sword's not really doing too much, but I am trying to. It's kind of useful here if you have 3 people, because then you can kind of take turns sort of wailing on them. No one is this. But we've got him down at a decent amount, like close to half. Ooh, jeez. Ooh, jeez. Ooh, jeez. Ooh. If I had the... Hopefully he'll do it again. Like, yeah, I'm getting ready for it. Here we... Watch this. Yeah. It's pretty lit. Hey, you can just go like... And just like... It'd be cool if it hit him back. I don't think it does. And it didn't do too much. I keep saying it doesn't do too much damage. Of course, I'm looking at my health bar. It might just be because I'm recording this, because obviously I'm recording this after recording the gameplay, so the screen looks a little different. I have one Estus left, so I'm trying to kind of... And I'm out of Estus. I even said that in the Discord call we were in. I was like, yeah, I'm out of Estus. So... I think I was on my computer and he was on his phone. I don't remember. But I met him in a Demon Souls server, because for those who... I think I mentioned this in the episode before this one, or the one 2 episodes before this one, but there's a server for the Demon Souls private server on Discord, and I met him through it because like, does anyone want to help me? And then we started playing, and we ended up doing one of the levels that I wasn't really planning on doing, but it got me a trophy. Ooh, 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 missed my... Now I gotta do the Heelys. Decided to go ahead. It didn't even hit me that time because he was targeting on someone else, but this is kind of dangerous here. Would not recommend doing that. There, it's gonna kind of hit me. I still think it'd be really cool if it hit him back. There, it got my shield. Him shooting his little ray beam, and my buddy's dead. So, because I was low, I decided to give it a try, and I kind of hardcore. Yeah, it's. I probably need Great Heal or something. Because, like, you can see how low his health is. I probably could do that myself, and so I decided to give it a try. Because he's dodgeable. He is, I think, one of those low-key bosses that you sort of need to stay close to until he decides to do a little hissy fit combo and kill me. Yep. So that was failed attempt number 1. But that's okay. We's gonna try again. We's gonna try again. So back here, because that's where I left off at. So it was at this point that you know, it was either at this point, I don't remember if there was an attempt after this, but it was at around this time that I started thinking might be a good idea to, well, yeah, I think it might have been after this try. So I guess we tried 3 times. So I'll get to that when we get there, but yeah, recorded a few episodes kind of in batch after sort of like in a weird partial batch, and there he is. It's actually really surprisingly easy to summon people in Dark Souls 1 now, because not that many people are playing it. I imagine that might also be true for Dark Souls 2. Maybe, of course, that's sort of a different situation. I'm starting to think that one might be my favorite, though, because I had a chance to kind of play it again in full form, we'll say. Obviously, I'm recording this after I've recorded the other batches, or you can infer as such. So, but you know, it is what it is. I'm starting to think that maybe Dark Souls 2 might be my favorite. I do feel like that if it had the combat and just general mechanics of Dark Souls 3, it'd be perfect. Maybe even the graphics, although I kind of like the graphics of Dark Souls 2. I like how it kind of looks like an upgraded version of Dark Souls 1 in terms of like how the models look. And I think that having the different styled version of the backstab and the parry would be useful for certain kinds of weapons. And of course, I kind of prefer the uses system over the FP system, the focus point system, just because I don't know. It's a lot simpler. Lord. I was getting a little annoyed because I wanted to go in kind of at full health because I didn't really want to use up any S's because I only have 20 of them. I think in this one that's as far as you can go. I don't remember if they up it. Of course, I saw that he needed some, so I went ahead and healed him up a little bit. I don't know how he lost some, but might have been just a glitch or something. That's okay. Attempt number 2. Once again, can't skip the cutscene. If I had been recording our Discord call, you probably would have heard my buttons because I was trying to skip the cutscene. It eventually let us, I believe. I don't remember. But he's definitely kind of a more intimidating looking boss. Like if I saw this guy in real life, I'd probably shit myself. I imagine if I saw most of the bosses in this game, I'd probably shit myself, but I feel like this guy in particular is kind of... He's smaller. I think if he was bigger, it would be even more intimidating. So I had to grab my souls for what it's worth. Oh yeah, I had a lot. I decided to get Sif again because he's cool. And what's cool about, I think I mentioned, I don't remember if I've mentioned this or not in the last part, but if you have 3 people, you can still summon them. So you have 4 people, which I don't know if that does anything to the, but at this point I decided to kind of tread carefully closer to him, but mainly playing healer. Because I felt like, you know, I'm not doing that much damage overall, so I'm not really helping that much. I wanted to go in and do some stuff and do sort of like a hit and run kind of thing. Dang. He almost died there. You can see he stripped down to his underwear so he could fast roll. And there I got a chance to kind of hit a little bit. We're doing okay. If Estes wasn't an issue, I probably would have been a little more aggressive, but I figured, like, he's going to be doing the main amount of damage. I need to kind of play turtle a little bit. I had my chance to try it on my own, but I figured, okay, well. I tried to sort of heal him because I was low on S's, so I tried to sort of heal him a little more sparingly and just heal him to just enough to where he could survive. What I probably should have done here was, yeah, he's hiding behind. I probably should have jumped in. Of course, Sif seems to have this thing where he'll jump in. Yeah, I decided to kind of... I think what I was trying to do here was distract him to give my buddy a chance to maybe heal. I don't know if he had any sort of like healing spells or divine blessings or anything. That's another thing that I think is kind of cool about Dark Souls 2 over Dark Souls 1 and 3. The life gems for extra healing. And I'm pretty sure you can use those if you're summoned. I don't remember if they... I got fucking lucky there. Doing alright. We've got him at seemingly right at half, maybe. Or like 1 bar above half. Sorry for the cough. Because since I'm using my nice mic where I'm right up on it with a pop filter. It's the same brand, as the one I was using for recording this. They're both MXL mics, condenser mics. This is a 990 that I'm using right now, and the one I was using for the Let's Plays was the 991, which is made for recording instruments, but it actually works for recording like people in a more depth of field kind of thing. Like in here, I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of let you do your thing. But I decided, you know, I'm gonna be brave, and of course he's dead. So figured I'd give it a try now. Figured I'd kind of see what happens. Of course, he's weak. Got me. Ah, dang, missed my timing. Ooh. Yeah, I'm just like, no, I don't want to lose my fucking souls. And he got me anyway. And of course, it looked like he just punched out Sif. Yeah, this probably isn't my proudest moment. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Figured, you know. I did this in Tales of Symphonia a lot, too, when I first played through the game. I do that now whenever I fight the final boss, Mythos, because I play as Kratos. I think for the final one, I play as Lloyd, where I would stand back and do heal. But, decided I would use these souls to buy some things. Because I figured, well, I might as well let the guy have some dang humanity. But I didn't want to give him, like, I wanted to kind of buy some and give it to him. So I decided to go to Mr. Bloodborne and be all like, yo, dog. And I decided to kind of rearrange, because, like, this setup was kind of poor, I think, is when I didn't need the doohickey. So I decided to go ahead and do that. Put the silver pendant there. Homeward Bones there, just in case I need them. But I really just needed those 3 items. Decided to go over to Mr. Marvelous Chester. I want you to play Bloodborne. That's why I look like I'm from Bloodborne. I'm surprised they didn't put him in Bloodborne. I think I've mentioned this. You're going to probably hear me say that like a million times. Yes, I do have nerve. But... And then I realized that he did not have humanity, because I'm pretty sure I bought all of his. I thought he had a bunch. I guess he... that was sort of like a wake-up call for me, because I thought he had unlimited humanity. I thought, oh, that's really cool. I can use him to sort of get humanity if I need to get humanity. Now, granted, you know, we're fighting in sort of like the humanity zone. The Abyss. And you can go back there and fight these guys after you beat the boss. Obviously. So. Decided, let's see if Mr. Patches has some humanity. Which I'm pretty sure he does, because I hardly buy anything from Patches. He's literally there just to be Patches. But that's okay. He can be Patches if he wants to. Hello, Frampt. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me. Hi, Patches.
Oh, you again. You've come at the perfect...
Have I?
Save them special.
So, yeah, he's got Divine Blessing soon. I decided to buy the 2 humanity that I could, which apparently that's all he had.
How is it?
Thank you, Patches, for getting me stuff that I could probably farm. Of course, I realized, oh wait, I gotta use one. So I decided to use 1. I was gonna give him 2. I wanted to give him 3, but then that would have given me less, so. You revived a human. You are a filthy ningen now. Go back to the township dungeon, where I would meet my compadre. I was originally going to try and meet at the shortcut area, but I was reminded that that wouldn't work because of a boss thing. So look for my friend. There's my friend. Hello. Parry. 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 Should have said block, 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 but now it's time to give him his present, which is Dose. Dose humanity. He waved at me. That was nice of him. Yeah, it was really nice of him to help me out. Had to help him do, because he was playing a new character. He decided to be all, you know, Quayloggy. And I'm like, that's a good idea. Kind of like how I'm wearing the chainmail thing for the poise. Although I do kind of like the leather armor. On my PC file, because I played a little bit recently, I got the black leather set, so I might sport that in that version if I play more, which I probably won't. So used to having my shield up. That's sort of like not really a noob thing, I think. Haha, you missed. You know, I was so used to going through the shortcut and just kicking that guy down and being like, splat. It's not really that far, so like the shortcut is just kind of, I guess if you're struggling with this place, because I remember this area being a lot larger than it was when I first played it. But truth be told, it's not really a large spot. And you know, for an abyss, it's really just a big cave. I just had a thought. What if this is a grave or something? Oh, we were able to skip it. I think the way it worked is that you have to, that you and your buddy have to press it. Ooh. So I decided I'm just gonna be heal boy today. So once I saw my friend, I'm like, okay, good, I can back off. I don't know if he leveled up any of his stuff, but I went ahead and grabbed him with souls. Decided not to summon Sif this time, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to play straight up healer. As pathetic as it is. But I wanted to still slowly get close to him. Because I'd like to do something. It probably would have been helpful if I had had a strong Restus flask. So I tried to slowly inch closer. I went ahead and summoned him anyway. Because why F not? Since you can summon him in the battle, I imagine they probably don't add it to... Because what happens when you summon someone is it increases the boss's HP. So it's sort of like that extra challenge. Let me go in. I think at this point I just wanted to have this boss beat, you know? I probably should have maybe tried to get a third person. because then I probably would have felt more comfortable jumping in. But of course, you know, all the trade-off, I guess, or the catch-22, if you will, that being able to summon your friends in this game is now really easy. It's mainly because there's no one playing. So I did a little bit. And I decided, okay, I'm going to go back to being a heal boy. Attack. Oh, I missed. Yeah, my goal was to kind of creep in while healing. Whenever I'm summoned, I'm usually pretty aggressive. I saw that we were pretty close, so I figured, you know what, let's... Yeah, doing that actually really helped. Because, switching out the items, because then I could just immediately go to what I was looking for. And he's pretty low, so let's go ahead and finish this fucker off. Oh, jeez. You did. Let's heal a little bit and go back in, right? That's right. I know my playstyle so well. Yeah, final hit. Point in the sky. Got 10 humanity too, that's lit. Yeah, he basically did that boss for me. I like to think I helped a little bit, but he basically did the boss for me. Got 10 humanity, the soul of Manus, a lot of souls. And yeah. But we see a little dusk there. Looking pretty defenseless there. Are you crying? Could it be that Dusk was Manus the entire time? I don't know. I'm sure people have made lore videos about this. So, look at you. Well, guess that's that. So, yeah. Well, you look mighty tasty. Now you know what she's really afraid of. Shall I? Nah. Let's just go on home. I will pray for you. Do a slow walk to the bonfire. To be all cool and stuff. Yeah. Gonna be all cool. That's just like this bonfire. So we can go back to this spot if you really want to fucking go back here. So. Yeah. Get the bonfire, baby. So now we can come back here if we wish. What? Just kidding. Where are you, little girl? Oh, she's gone. Oh, there she is. Die! I regret nothing.